Hi, I'm Don from DonDronesOn. If you fly a drone in Canada, you will absolutely want to purchase the Drone Pilot Canada app to ensure you're flying safely and legally. Drone Pilot Canada is built in Canada specifically for Canadian drone pilots. In this video, I'll walk you through all the key features of the app. Drone Pilot Canada was created by a development partner and I to make it easy for drone pilots to fly safely and meet all the regulatory requirements Transport Canada has set out. It's available on both the Apple and Android platforms for a one-time purchase price that is, well, it's less than the cost of most drone batteries. It's not a subscription, just a one-time fee, and yet you will receive regular airspace and aerodrome updates, you'll get NOTAM alerts, and free upgrades as we continue to enhance the app. There's a ton of functionality in the app, but it is designed to be simple, logical, and intuitive, and far easier to use than NavDrone. I'm going to give you an overview of the features here, but there are also short tutorial videos available for the key functions, plus a nice concise user guide. Both the app and the user guide are bilingual. Let's start with the main map screen. The map shows the official Transport Canada warning, keep out, and restricted zones around all registered, certified, and military aerodromes all across Canada. We also show Class F restricted zones, RPAS restricted airspace, and both national and provincial parks. Tapping on the map gives you an immediate listing of all the restrictions associated with the location with a clear, concise statement of what it means for you as a drone pilot. No mumbo jumbo, just plain language. We even give you contact names and numbers for either for pre-planning flights or for emergencies. Tapping on an aerodrome will give you access to the SkyVector website, which provides the full details for that aerodrome, equivalent to the Canada Flight Supplement listing. We keep Drone Pilot Canada's airport and airspace data up to date, following Nav Canada's 56-day update cycle. Your map data is updated automatically. You don't have to do anything. We also show temporary flight restriction areas associated with NOTAMs, along with the contact numbers for flight authorization. This helps to keep you out of trouble around major sports events or things like law enforcement activities. And in our world of increasing numbers of wildfires, we show official wildfire locations and fire perimeters to ensure you're aware of other places you should not be flying. Now, the map defaults to showing restrictions applicable to small RPAs, those between 250 grams and 25 kilograms, but you can also flip to a view applicable to drones under 250 grams, microdrones. And if you're planning more sophisticated flights, we offer a BVLOS view. You can even toggle the map to show the DJI FlySafe map, allowing you to be aware of any DJI warnings or restrictions you may encounter. The municipal option shows the boundaries around major Canadian cities. Tapping on the map within one of those will provide you a one-line summary of drone-related bylaws, along with a link for further information. Also on the map, there's a search function, a radar button to show an animated precipitation view, and a quick airspace assessment button. Yeah, we provide you with a broad range of information to help you fly safely and legally. In addition to all the stuff right on the map screen, there are two menus of additional features: the dot menu in the top right and the so-called hamburger menu in the top left. The dot menu offers additional map and planning features, such as recording flights manually, creating a flight plan document, and adjusting the size of guidance circles. This flight planning function is worth spending an additional moment on. This feature allows you to easily create a site survey document fully meeting Transport Canada requirements. This includes flight perimeter definition, ground hazard identification, an airspace assessment, of course, a directory of nearby aerodromes with directions, distance, and contact information, NOTAMs, and weather information. Flight plans or site survey documents aren't always required. You don't need them for every flight, but this tool will save you a ton of time when preparing for a flight review, an SFOC application, maybe a complex operation, or if your company requires flight plans for internal reasons. Now, the hamburger menu over here gives you access to your flight logs and allows you to create and manage your crew and aircraft. You can upload your pilot certificate, recency documents, drone registration certificate, and even keep your maintenance logs here. When you add a drone to the app, we automatically provide a link to its user manual. We have all popular drone models covered. These documents and records and all this stuff are things that Transport Canada insists you have right on hand whenever you fly. So you can lug around a binder with all this stuff in it if you want, or simply keep soft copies in the Drone Pilot Canada app. Also on the hamburger menu are checklists and procedures. Yes, the app comes complete with a dozen fully compliant checklists and procedures. You can use them as is, customize them if you wish, or add new ones to meet your personal or business needs. You can update them here, and then they're available for use at the beginning and end of your flights. Flight reviewers. Well, here's a strange but cool feature. We offer a list of advanced and level 1 complex flight reviewers right in the app, and they pay us nothing to appear here. It's free for them. But they do have to offer you at least a 10% discount on your flight review if you say that you found them in Drone Pilot Canada. I call that win-win. Last but not least on the hamburger menu is data management. Now that sounds boring, but this is where you activate your cloud-based backups and you can export various data sets there. And also, most importantly, set up team data synchronization. Data synchronization works between your own devices, if you have, say, a phone and a tablet, or between any number of drone pilots in a company. Data is synced instantly whenever you have internet access, and it works across both iOS and Android devices seamlessly. By the way, team data is also available on PC browsers. This is powerful stuff. Okay, so now you're ready to fly. What do? You just tap the New Flight button to start your flight log. You select your pilot, crew, and aircraft from your lists, and of course you can set defaults for these. It shows you your location, potential flight restrictions, and offers weather information, including the geomagnetic storm KP index. We've even built in the wind resistance spec for most drones. So we'll give you a warning if the wind at various altitudes, wherever you're flying, could put your flight at risk. Now, before taking off, you should run through your pre-flight checklist. Checklist usage records can optionally be included with your flight log. Transport Canada doesn't insist on that, but some drone organizations and companies do in fact require it. Tapping Start Flight initiates a timer for your flight. Now, something important to note here is the emergency button. This is a remarkable feature. If you've lost control of your drone, say you've had a flyaway, this feature will give you immediate access to call buttons for nearby airports and the area control center for your region. We even give you a script to read out to help you keep your cool. This is a great feature, but I hope you'll never need to use it. On a happier note, once you've got your craft back on the ground, you can give your flight a short title and record any notes you may wish to jot down about your flight, and you can adjust the duration if you wish. Tapping Save adds this flight to your flight logs. Incidentally, flight logs can be augmented with documentation such as site surveys, maybe the one you did before, pictures, or even nav drone authorization files. By the way, if you live or operate in a remote location, most of the key functions of Drone Pilot Canada work without an internet connection. Now, obviously, real-time information such as weather or NOTAM zones won't be available in that case, but The airport and airspace mapping information is built right into the app, along with things like checklists and flight logging. Our user manual provides full details, or just contact me for further information. Well, there we have it. A quick walkthrough of the main features offered in Drone Pilot Canada. And by the time you've watched this, well, we'll probably have added even more features. Drone Pilot Canada is available in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. And as I said earlier, it's a one-time fee, not a subscription. With your purchase, you can use the app on any number of your devices, as long as they're on the same Apple or Google account. You do have to purchase separate licenses if you wish to run the app on both Apple and Android devices, or if you switch from one platform to the other. Be sure to watch my tutorial videos for more in-depth information and tips and tricks about Drone Pilot Canada's features. I'll put links to those in the description below, as well as a link to download the app's user guide. I fly drones, and I use Drone Pilot Canada for every flight. This probably sounds goofy, but I love the app, and I think you will too. Drone Pilot Canada, built by Canadians for Canadian drone pilots. Safe and happy flying.